symptoms and depression symptoms went down when these surfers were involved in the program, and they also had sort of improved mood, so more positive mood, less negative mood, and that the severity of their depression and anxiety symptoms tended to decrease amongst these surf therapy participants.
I understand that you yourself sought solace and comfort in nature when you were a stressed out graduate student at the University of Michigan. Where would you go when you were feeling at your wits' end, Mark?
Yeah, the two main places that I would go to were Barton Park. That was kind of right on the Huron River in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And I would also often go to the Ann Arbor Botanical Gardens, which was a little bit farther away from campus, a little bit farther away from where I lived, but a very beautiful botanical garden that had a lot of nature trails that you could walk on. There was this gigantic oak tree kind of in the middle of the trail on Barton Park. It was almost kind of off by itself, this kind of singular oak tree that had a really, really giant trunk. And it always kind of caught my eye. You definitely could hear the wind kind of rustling through its leaves. And, sometimes I even felt like I would kind of, talk to this majestic tree, that I kind of would anthropomorphize this tree, that it could listen to me and maybe kind of help me sort out some of my problems.
I understand that toward the end of your time in graduate school, your longtime girlfriend broke up with you. Tell me what happened and the effect this had on you, Mark.
Yeah, it was very difficult, and I'm sure a lot of people have experienced difficult breakups, but it was, one of my more serious relationships, and maybe I thought this would be a very long-term, relationship, possibly somebody that I'd get married to. So that was a big blow to me, and I was seeing friends of mine that were getting married or buying houses or, having kids. They all seemed to be kind of passing me. So it was a very kind of hard time. A lot of things compounded where it did seem like, a lot of my friends were passing me by, and I was kind of stuck still maybe being a kid, not really having grown up yet.
I'm wondering how you dealt with this breakup and whether nature played any role in you finding yourself.
Well, it certainly did. I immediately went to Barton Park and looked for that big oak tree to share my sorrow and try to see if that oak tree could heal me a bit.
Standing beneath the majestic branches and the gently rustling leaves, Mark confided his sorrows to the tree.
I basically said, it's over with me and Heather. Now I've got to move out and find a new place to live. I'm single, I don't have much money, and I'm nearly 30. My friends are buying houses, they're getting married, they're having kids themselves. I just felt like a loser and, kind of thinking, what am I doing wrong?